What's up, YouTube? For today's video, we're a full Nacli evolution team. I'll be using Nacli, Naclstack, and Garganacl. So this should be a fun team because there's a lot of salt on this channel. Since there's only 3 of these Pokemon, I'll be using the normals and the shinies with all different movesets. And it was pretty fun because these Pokemon are very bulky, but they're not very fast, which made it a really difficult challenge here. So we got 3 battles today with this team. Hope you enjoy. First battle, this against Mango. This one was on the Poke Portal. In fact, I believe all of these were on the Poke Portal. First Pokemon we got here is going to be the Scarlet versus my Nacli. So this is a flinching set. I've got Headbutt, Rock Polish, Rock Slide, and Iron Head, all based around flinching. I've got Max Attack and Max Speed, Jolly Nature, Bright Powder as the item, and Sturdy as the ability. So Scarlet was a massive threat. I seen this in the team preview. I'm like, I don't know whether I can beat this team, or even give them a shot at like a decent battle here, right? So I'm going to leave that and get the Rock Polish up, and now I've got a +2 in speed. And I was thinking, hope I'm enough to outspeed, and I did. So I went for the Iron Head, and I actually got a flinch. I'm like, that's really good, that's a good start. I'm going to try and get as much damage on this as possible. So I got another flinch there, which is called back-to-back 2. I was like, oh, this is awesome, right? So I went for another one. I got 3 flinches in a row, which resulted in my Nacli beating a Scarlet in a 1v1. That was incredible. So I just can't believe that, like, the luck at the start of the video there. Next Pokemon was Survivor, which is pretty cool. You don't get to see Survivor being used very much. And Survivor is going to go for Protect. It also disappeared without the Protect too. So I just went for Iron Head again. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. I guess they're just seeing what other moves I've got maybe. And I'm just going to keep using Iron Head. So I went for Iron Head again on Survivor. Took very little damage. And the Survivor had a rocky helmet, so I fainted. But watch this, right? I got a 4th flinch in a row with Iron Head. That's crazy. So I rolled those 30% chances 4 times in a row. I don't know what the chances for that are. I think that's pretty low. If someone was good at maths in the comment section. So I'm going to bring in my Nacli number 2 here. This is a Endure Body Slam, Sandstorm Dig set, Sturdy as the ability, Rocky Helmet as the item, and I've got Max Health and Max Special Defense Sassy Nature. So it's about of sort of like stalling the opponent out. We've got Sandstorm damage, we've got Dig damage, a Body Slam Paralyze, and Endure for the Rocky Helmet, stuff like that, making it tanky. We got a Terra Psychic Survivor, which is really interesting. They're going to use the Psychic Fangs against me. So I managed to get the Sand RP. I was like, I might be able to live the next attack here, and I might be able to try and go for a Body Slam or a Dig, just get a little bit of damage, right? So there, however, are going to swap into Sandaconda. I'm like, oh no. So this Pokemon does like being in the Sand. So now they're going to go for Earthquake, and Nacli is going to fake to that one. So I wasn't running any defense in that, and I wasn't even running any Everlight at all. So both my little Salt Pokemon are fainted, and we're going to go into Garganacl. Now, this is a special set. I've got Ancient Power, Earth Power, Flash Cannon, and Terra Blast Water. Now, also, for the comment section, people, what do you think of Garganacl and its evolution? Do you like them? Tell me your thoughts about this Pokemon. I know it looks like Minecraft, but I actually really like the idea of the Salt Pokemon. Out of all of them, I have to say, I don't know, I really like Nacli probably the best. That's like my favorite design out of all 3. I don't mind the others, but I just like the idea of a Salt Pokemon. Yeah, I guess it's very appropriate for my my content too, right? So unfortunately, this Sandaconda actually had Sand Veil, and yeah, I kept missing against it. So I guess that sort of made up for me getting that insane luck at the start there, right? Next Pokemon is going to be Naclstack, and this is a bulky fissure set with Smackdown. Let me bring this one up. So I've got Fissure, Recover, and Smackdown with Curse. Purifying Salt as the ability, Everlight as the item. Max Health and Max Special Defense Sassy Nature. So I'm able to live this Earthquake reasonably well and get 1 curse off. So I'm like, all right, I can live this next day. What I'm going to do is go for Recover. I'm going to try and get some recovery off there. So I knew that I'd be able to live that after 1 curse. If I had like more defensive set, I would have been fine, but I really want to make this tanky all over. So I did recover back more health than the Sandaconda was actually doing to me. So this is hopeful, as long as I don't get critted here, I should be okay. And then, when I get to a certain amount of health, I'll start going for like, Fissure and stuff like that. However, my opponent's going to swap out the Sandaconda, and in comes Bruxish. I'm like, wow, you don't get... I think out of... Now, in Scarlet and Violet, I have to say I would have done at least 2,000 plus battles already. in like 4 or 5 months, maybe more. I've never seen a Bruxis used. Like, other than me using it, I don't, or maybe one other person. It's a Pokemon you hardly ever get to see. So it was nice to see it being used there. So I went for a fissure. It's going to miss the Bruxis. I don't know why it's called Dove for. The only thing I can think of is like, I don't think it's like a brand of soap and Dove and stuff like that, but I don't know what that has to do with like Bruxis. Anyway, Bruxis is going to fake there to the fissure, and that's a nice Pokemon buried there, because that's a good Pokemon against the rest of my team. Also, I've got Terra Ghost in this, so I can go Curse and have the effects of Curse on a Ghost type too. Next Pokemon is Miraidon. I'm like, oh no, I see this is another problem Pokemon I seen in the team preview. So it's funny, they had all these, I mean, I guess apart from Meowscarada, they had some quite interesting Pokemon. Then they had Miraidon and Meowscarada. So maybe they had them on their team because, of all the other like really, really competitive teams, maybe you needed a couple. I'm not sure. But it was kind of interesting. Like, you've got like some Viper, Sandaconda, Bruxis, and Miraidon. So we're going to get wrecked there by Draco Meteor. I'm going to go into my next Naclstack here. This is a bulky set. Probably it's got the highest potential to sweep on my team. So I've got Recover, Salt Cure, Iron Defense, and Body Press. This is also Max Health and Max Special Defense. I gave this Sassy Nature. Everlight as the item, Purifying Salt as the ability too. So it's all based around getting the Iron Defense up and increasing its defense, and then going for Body Press. You can heal off yourself or recover, and you can go for Salt Cure there, which is a really, really cool move. Just doing a little bit of damage, I guess, while you're setting up. So now they're going to swap the Miraidon out. I'm going to go for another Iron Defense here on the swap, which is good. So I've got +4 in defense now. Things are looking good. So they're going to go for a Glare. I've got Purifying Salt. Purifying Salt was a very, very good ability. So we're going to get a free turn of recovery there. Not that Earthquake would have done a lot of damage after all my Iron Defenses. So now they're going to swap again and go back into Miraidon, of course, because now that's going to reset the stat drop on the Draco Meteor. And now the Electric Terrain, right, this turn is actually going to disappear. So I've got my 3 Iron Defense up now. I'm absolutely stacked, pardon the pun. And now I'm going to go for Body Press. Draco Meteor misses on the very first turn, which is very nice. And I'm going to get some good damage there. So it's a 2-hit KO. Now, I was thinking Draco Meteor is not going to be a 2-hit KO because that's the first one right there. So they definitely wouldn't have two-shot on me. So I had a chance of definitely, I would have beaten Miraidon regardless, right? So Miraidon is going to be fainting, which is good. So that's a very, very threatening Pokemon out the way. Now we got the Survivor. Survivor's not going to be too much of a trouble here. They're going to go for a Psychic Fangs. This turn, I opted to go for the Recover because I thought, unless they got some sort of troll move, like, I don't know, Vinyl Gambit or something, I should be okay. So healing myself off there. I've got most of my health back. Now I'm going to start attacking. So they're going to go for a Poison Fang. Those moves are going to do nothing at all. The thing about Survivor, I guess outside of Psychic, they really didn't have a lot to hit me with. So the Body Press is going to take it out with a crit. I don't know if that one actually mattered, even though the resist there. I'm going to take a little bit of Rocky Armor damage. Next Pokemon is going to be Sylveon. So it's a shiny Sylveon. Now, I knew this would be a 2-hit KO. That does a lot of damage, that Hyper Voice. So I was like max health, max special. So now they've got the Throat Sprays. I'm like, okay, I really had to attack there. So it's still a 3-hit KO. So this thing is going to be able to faint me, unfortunately. Now, I was thinking to myself there, I could have gone for a cover, but the next Hyper Voice of Pixelate, it would have been the same result, right? So I was always going to faint to that Pokemon. Last is going to be the Garganacl. I've got a Weakness Policy Sturdy set. We've got Stone Edge, Rock Polish, Thunder Punch, and Ice Punch. Stone Edge miss right there. That was such a crucial miss, because now they're going to break my Sturdy and almost faint me. That was a very, very bad miss there. They followed up with a Pixelate Quick Attack. I just lived it due to my pure bulk there. And that is the end of the Sylveon. All that's left now is the Sandaconda from earlier on. Remember, if I didn't miss that Stone Edge, I still would have had Sturdy and Attack. So I went for the Ice Punch there. Excellent damage. However, Sandaconda is going to be able to faint me with Earthquake. If I didn't miss the Stone Edge before, Sandaconda would have, it just would have activated Weakness Policy, and I would have easily got around it. But that's Pokemon for you. A really cool battle. Thank you, Mango, if you ever watch this video. Thanks for the battle. An interesting team there, of course, except for obviously the Miraidon. But I can probably understand why they had it right, because there's a lot of sweaty teams out there. Next Pokemon is going to be battles against Alex. It looks like their profile picture, they took like a picture in like their pocket or something like that, or just sat down on the picture, or zoomed it into a wall. we've got a theme team here as well. So we're going to Jaw Lock Moveset, and I'm going to go for Rock Polish. So this was sort of similar to the first battle. I was going to try and get some flinches. So I went for Headbutt. You know, I got a flinch, which is really good. But the only bad thing here is that it had leftovers. So that's going to mean, like a lot more, chances of flinch I need to take this out. So I went for Rock Slide, and Rock Slide does not flinch, and Jaw Lock is going to take my Pokemon out there. So I guess that was sort of like night and day compared to the very first battle with, all those rolls of luck there. So the next Pokemon I'm going to bring is my second Nacli here. So this is more of my bulky set, but I thought it'd be handy to get some Rocky Helmet damage. At least I'll be able to do something. I sort of looked at their team in the team preview, and I was thinking, yeah, this is going to be the best job I can really do. Maybe I can get a Prowlers going and go for some Endures afterwards to try and take out. So I went for another Endure. My first Endure in hopes that I get like maybe a double Endure, and then I could get double Rocky Helmet damage. It really wasn't helping that Leftovers was, healing it all the way, like a little bit back of that damage. So I say I would have nearly fainted it at this point. So go for a double Endure here, which is awesome. I finally got 2 in a row, and they went for Swagger instead. I'm like, come on. So now I'm going to go for a triple one. Of course, that's going to fail because getting a triple one is very extraordinary lucky. And now they're going to finish off with the Jaw Lock there. But if they didn't have leftovers, I definitely would have fainted that and they would have to swap out or something. So that's both my little baby salts fainted, which is okay. I'm thinking to myself, I might be able to bring in my special Garganacl here. See if we can get this happening. So, I got to do my EVs on this. I forgot to do it last battle. So, this was a Max Health, Max Special Attack set with Modest Nature, Assault Vest as the item, Clear Body as the ability, and you know my moves already. So, with these evolution teams, I always like to use all the abilities. So, I spread the abilities around and try and make all different kinds of sets. So, Moveset is going to go for an Outrage. Outrage actually does a good amount of damage there. They actually nailed a crit. So that did almost half of my health. So Garganacl is now going to be confused. I've got the Ancient Power going. I was really hoping I could get one boost because after one boost, it gets super bulky. No, it doesn't really hit that hard, but its bulk is insane. So this bit was interesting. So how they brought out a Houndoom and went for Comeuppance. Now, Comeuppance is a move that's, basically it's like Mirror Coat and counter and those sort of moves there. Actually, no, it's like Metal Burst. That's the best way of putting a Metal Burst, but it's a dark type move. Now, unlike Counter and Mirror Coat, these moves don't have a negative priority. So if you're a fast Pokemon, say Houndoom, it's not really going to be a good move to use unless you've got a specific strategy. Like, I'm going to run, Brave Nature with 0 IVs or something like that. And even then, it's still it still can outspeed Pokemon. I think I did one I'm trying to remember. I think I did one like an Iron Ball or come up, something like that. Anyway, so so this was a bulky Rest Sleep Talk Houndoom. And I must say, this is probably the most times I've actually thrown an attacking move at a Houndoom and it's survived for so long. I guess it's because it's a special Garganacl, right? So this is a 3-hit KO. I thought I might as well just keep using Ancient Power because I might be able to get one boost. If I get one boost, that'll be a 2-hit KO easy. So Houndoom is going to be a physical set. They're really not doing a lot of damage to me. I guess they're just chipping away at me here. And I went for another Ancient Power. When I used this thing, I think I got Ancient Power once, and that was out of a good, I want to say 20 to 30 battles with this team. So I don't know. I just kept getting really, really unlucky. I know it's a low chance of getting it, but usually you get it more than once. So go for another Ancient Power here. I'm almost out of Ancient Power PP here. A Houndoom is going to go for a Sleep Talk. I don't know what they're running here. Are they running Max Health, Max Special Defense, or is my special attack that bad? It's a 3-hit KO. Regardless, they're going to wake up here, go for a Sucker Punch, and that is not enough to take me out. But it's very, very close. I'm going to finish them off with a Earth Power. So that is the end of the Houndoom. Now, I have done a dog Pokemon team before, but I haven't done an updated cat team. And I was kind of waiting for Pokemon Home to come out for actually to do that. So why is Lycanroc so small for? It's like the tiny Zoroark, but it's a tiny Lycanroc. Look how small it is. What the heck? So anyway, I don't know what sort of set they were running, some scumbag mud slap set, but my moves didn't miss, so that was awesome. That is the end of the Lycanroc, which is really, really cool there. I guess Clear Body you know, completely counter that set, which is really, really lucky. So we got the, we got a Shadow Snake Arcanine. No idea what that is, you know, no idea what Pokemon that one is. So we're going to go into Garganacl 2, and I'm going to try and get this this sweep going, you know. So now they're going to go for a Curse here, so it's pretty obvious what Pokemon the Arcanine is there. So it's got Shadow Sneak and Curse. I'm going to go Polish them rocks, and we're going to see if we can get some good damage here. So I'm going to should be able to outspeed. So I've got a Curse on my Garganacl at the moment. They don't have a lot of health left, like just over like halfway. Stone Miss, of course, misses again, and now they're going to go for Comeuppance. Like, so Comeuppance Zoroark. That's pretty interesting. Like, I feel like you'd almost need a... I feel like you'd almost like need a focus actually if like an attack on Zoroark, because it's not exactly what you call bulky. So go for the Stone Miss here, and that is the end of the OG Fire Dog, which was actually a Zoroark Hisu. So that's pretty interesting. So they had like a dog disc, a fox disc. It's a fox, right? I'd say that Zoroark is a fox. I'd say it is, yeah. Because I did a Fox Pokemon team. If you haven't checked that out, you should. I did do a Fox Pokemon team, and I believe I put Zoroark on there. So anyway, in comes the Arcanine. It's popped at extreme speed and it failed to take me out, which is pretty funny. So Stone Edge is going to get some really good damage there, and I'm going to faint to the Curse. So that was some needed damage. If they didn't go for extreme speed, I would have outsped them. So I guess they tried to feint me there. Just Garganacl's pure bulk allowed it to live. So now we got the Arcanine swapping out here, and we got Rip My Dogs coming in. I was like, oh, I hope this isn't a last suspect set. So I went for the Fissure. Unfortunately, it is going to miss. Now they're going to go for Disable and disable my Fissure. I'm like, oh, this is a troll set. So I can't use Fissure again. It is disabled. So I thought, okay, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go into my Terra Ghost Naclstack, and then I'll go for Curse, you know? That way I can put a Curse on the Hound, nearly said the Houndoom there, the Houndstone. Now they're going to go for Charm and Disable. What is this set? So it's like this bulky troll set, I'm assuming. So go for the Curse there, and now I'm going to put the Curse on the Houndstone. I've got no way to really hit this, because remember, I've got like that Body Press Naclstack, as well as this one. So I don't know how I'm going to beat this thing. This is scary. Then they swapped it out and went into Arcanine. I'm like, all right, I have to take this Arcanine out, and I have to somehow get some damage on this thing. So I went for the Smackdown there. Smackdown, virtually did nothing, and Arcanine is going to go for a Fire Spin. So it's like a trapping set too. So it's got Fire Spin and it's got Extreme Speed. So I went for a cover this turn because I needed my health back. That way I could put a Curse on the Arcanine, just in case they did swap. So I'm going to get hit by the Curse there. I'm going to do half of my health, because Arcanine really isn't doing a lot of damage here. So I felt like I could live, like, another couple of Fire Spins. Plus, I can't use Extreme Speed because I'm a Ghost type, which is going to be super, super handy. So I've got, like, one more turn I'm going to be able to live here. Fire Spin is going to miss. I'd say I would have definitely lived that one for sure. I actually thought they may go for a double swap into the Houndstone, so I risked it and went for a Curse, because I thought I didn't have a lot to lose there, because say if I did predict wrong, Arcanine would faint, and then I wouldn't take any Fire Spin damage the next turn. But, that's how it went out. So last Pokemon is the Houndstone, and now they're going to go for last suspects. I'm like, oh, crap. So this was really, really interesting. So I've got one more Pokemon left, and that's my Naclstack. Now, this one was the Purifying Salt set. So the cool thing about Purifying Salt is ghost damage to the Pokemon is actually dealt at like half. It's halved in damage, so it's really, really good if you got a bulky set. So that did half my health, and now I got an Iron Defense. I'm like, this is great. All I've got to do now is recover off this damage, and then I can beat this with Salt Cure. So now they're going to go for Disable, which is a good play there. They've disabled my Iron Defense. However, with +2 in defense, that's not going to be doing hardly any damage to me at all. The worst move that could have got disabled there would have been Recover. So now I'm back to full health. They're going to go for Last Respect. It does nothing. That is like I want to say a 6 to 7 hit KO. Now I've got my Salt going. Now the Houndstone has got leftovers too, so it is going to take a little while to actually faint this, but as you can see, the Salt Cure is doing more, like a lot more than what the the leftovers recovery is doing there, plus the damage. Not very much, but it's doing something right. So now we got a Terra here, because I hadn't Terra'd the whole battle. I was like, I bet you they're going to go Terra Ghost to get some more damage. So they got Terra Ghost. So like, all right, that's fine. I'm just going to keep recovering off here. I'm just going to keep going for recover and cover until the Disable wears off, and then I'm going to get another Iron Defense up, and it's going to do nothing. I had 3 minutes left of the battle, and then I got critted. So that's pretty much it. Another salty ending here for the Salt Pokemon team. So we got the Stone Miss in the last battle, and then we had the big crit here. I reckon I was pretty confident I could have stalled that out, obviously outside of a crit. Thank you, Alex, for the battle there. Amazing profile picture. Let's get on to the very last battle for this team. I gotta see if I can get a win with this team. It's been pure salt the whole time. So first Pokemon here. We got is Ellie. This is a battle against Ellie too, if I didn't mention that. And we have a Goomy lead. Now, this Goomy is going to be a water gun variant. You know, they're very, very common, and they're very, very scary. So I'm going to go for a rock polish here. I'm not getting beaten by a Goomy. There's no way that is happening. So Goomy is going to be a 3-hit KO with water gun, and I'm going to finish it off with a headbutt there. So that's the end of little Goomy. Oh, that just jogged my memory. I have to do another. I have to redo the Goomy Evo team for the Hisuian ones. That's interesting, though. That'd be cool, dude. Anyway, so Pelipper set the rain up, and I rock slide flinched it. That was so lucky because Pelipper would have clapped my entire team with water gun. Next Pokemon is Lumineon. What's going on with these water Pokemon? And Whirlpool has actually missed, which is really cool. I'm going to go for the rock side. So the Lumineon, which you don't really get to see at all, which is really cool Pokemon, has got Swift Swim. Now they've got like a Facade set, which is pretty cool. And my Nacli is going to fade. So it's got Whirlpool and Facade. Interesting set. So next Pokemon, I thought I may as well bring this in and get a little bit of Flame Orb damage. I don't know if they've got a water type move, but we'll have to see. So we got a Terra normal Lumineon. So they seem to be really focused on using the Facade as its strongest move. It doesn't really have the greatest physical moves in the world. It's kind of like, you know, U-turn, bounce, acrobatics, those sort of moves. So I'm going to take a little bit of Rocky Helmet damage away from them, and I'm going to go for the Body Slam. So I've almost fainted the Lumineon here. So Lumineon's other move is Attract. So wait a second. Whirlpool, Attract, and Facade. I want what the other... I'm not sure if they used the fourth move, but I don't know. Maybe they had like a way to boost their attack as well, or maybe they had Rain Dance as well in case the rain run out. But regardless, I got through the Scumbag Attract, and that is the end of Lumineon. So that's half the team gone. Next Pokemon's Float Cell. We have these water Pokemon sets. I wonder what this set's going to be. It's going to be a bite, so it's like a flinching set. I got some Rocky Helmet damage, but I got flinched by bite. So I guess this is sort of like a little bit of karma for what was happening in the very first battle, except I did get, flinched 4 times in a row like that poor person, That's going to be the end of the Reindeer, and Floatzel is going to finish me off the bite. But, I got some good Rocky Helmet damage now. I was very, very happy about that. So first, my little salt stacks, they've been fainted. We're going to go into Garganacl. This is the special set. So out comes Toxicroak. So that's an interesting sort of later. I guess that works well in the rain too. Not a bad shiny Toxicroak. I actually, I'm not sure if you've seen the video, but when I was doing a guide on finding all those stakes in the Pokemon games, I actually ran or rode past a shiny Toxicroak. I was very, very salty about that. Like, it's still in the video if you want to watch it. You'd have to find it though. Like, see if you can find it if you didn't watch that video before. Like, I completely missed it. Basically because I've got to say this right. A Fury kind of Floatzel, by the way. I've got to say this. I would like if you had the shinies in the game to have like a sparkle or even a sound effect. Otherwise, like, you get trolled really, really hard. Say if you're just cruising around. I don't know. I think that should be a thing to be added into the game. Our next Pokemon, which I had a lot of problems with, was Vaporeon. That is almost going to take me out there. I only lived that due to the Assault Vest that I had attached. So my Garganacl is going to faint this turn. Vaporeon has also got leftovers too, so it's going to virtually heal all the damage I did to it with Ancient Power. Not that, Garganacl does much damage with Ancient Power. Anyway, to virtually anything. I mean, maybe a Charizard, right? So we're going to go to Garganacl number 2 here, and I got a little bit overconfident. I'm going to go for a Thunder Punch and just finish this off, because I thought, this should be like a 2-hit KO to take out Vaporeon. So I went for Terra Electric. Instead of, I probably should have just gone for a Thunder Punch and then allowed my weakness pulses to go off. But I don't know. I smelled a bit of a rat. I thought they may have some sort of like status move or some annoying move to troll me. And they ended up going for Surf. That did a lot of damage there. And I was just like electric Pokemon, right? So I'm going to go for the Thunder Punch here on the Vaporeon. And 2 Thunder Punches, Terra, were not enough to take out the Vaporeon. And it's going to fake me with the Surf there. So I've got like 2 other Pokemon left. And that's my Naclstack. So there were the other 2 left. Now, Vaporeon it's got Surf and it's got Wish. So like, okay, fair enough. It's got a way of healing. If I can land 1 Fissure here, that should be enough. So I take the Surf pretty well. It's a 3-hit KO. So Fissure, unfortunately, is going to miss. I really have to get it to, like, land that turn. So the Vaporeon's wish is going to come true here. And the second hit, it was like a minimum damage roll. And then I got, sorry, no, it was like a normal roll. And then I got critted. It's like, man, like I've got one more Pokemon left there. So I got my second Naclstack. Here comes the Surf on Vaporeon, and it does virtually the same damage as it did before. So I'm going to go for the Salt Cure here. I thought that was important to go for, at least get some sort of damage on the Vaporeon, you know. So this part was kind of long because we had the Leftovers animation, and then we had the Salt Cure animation go at the same time. It was doing a good amount of damage to Vaporeon though, due to its its type. I really like how Salt Cure works. It normally deals that 1/8 of damage there, but it does a quarter on water and Steel Pokemon, which is a really unique move. So I've got some good healing there with Recover, and I've got that Soul Cure. It's really working well for me. I'm glad I was running this as a special defensive set, so Sarf was running bulky. Like, this thing possibly could have one-shotted me. So they went for the Yawn there. Purifying Salt is going to activate. See, I knew they'd have some sort of troll move like that. Vaporeon is going to be able to feint this turn unless I get critted by Surf. I'm pretty good. So I had Wish, Surf, Yawn. I don't know what the other move. Maybe it's a reuse it, but I don't think they revealed the last one. Anyway, Vaporeon is going to live on 1 health. The merch is available. And Naclstack is going to live on 17 health. And it's going to sit on Vaporeon. And that is the end of the third and final battle. Hope you enjoyed, all people. Really fun team to use there. Plenty of salt for you. I'll be back tomorrow with some more videos. Peace out.